Pharmapal.
Pain management with Anastatica Hierochuntica. Welcome to our exploration of Anastatica Hierochuntica, a remarkable plant known for its traditional medicinal uses. Today, we'll uncover the scientific evidence behind its antinociceptive and anti-inflammatory effects. Our study investigates this plant's aqueous extract and chloroform fraction, revealing how they can potentially alleviate pain and inflammation. So, let's dive in. In natural medicine, Anastatica hierochuntica, or the Rose of Jericho, has been cherished for its healing properties. Traditionally used to treat various ailments, including pain and inflammation, this plant has piqued the interest of researchers. But what exactly makes it so effective? Our study aimed to scientifically validate its medicinal claims by examining its effects on pain and inflammation in animal models. To conduct our research, we employed several methods. 1. Preparation of extracts. We prepared the aqueous and chloroform extracts from the plant using boiling and solvent extraction techniques. 2. Testing procedures. We used various tests to assess pain relief. Hot plate test measures how long it takes for an animal to react to heat. Tail immersion test, similar to the hot plate test but involves immersing the tail in hot water. Writhing test evaluates pain response to acetic acid injection. Formalin test assesses pain response in 2 phases after formalin injection. 3. Statistical analysis. We analyzed the data using one-way ANOVA to determine the significance of our findings. Our results were quite promising. Antinociceptive effects. Both the aqueous and chloroform extracts significantly increased pain latency in the hot plate and tail immersion tests, indicating effective pain relief. Inhibition of writhing. The extracts reduced the number of writhes in the acetic acid test, showcasing their potential to alleviate pain. Formalin test insights. The extracts also reduced licking time in both early and late phases, suggesting a comprehensive pain relief mechanism. Overall, the aqueous extract showed an effective dose, ED50, of 31.0 mg per kilogram, while the chloroform fraction had an even lower ED50 of 15.0 mg per kilogram, indicating higher potency. So, what does this all mean? Our findings suggest that Anastatica hierochuntica possesses significant antinociceptive and anti-inflammatory properties. The extracts may work through various mechanisms, including opioid receptor interaction. The reversal of pain relief by naloxone indicates that the extracts may interact with opioid receptors, similar to morphine. Inhibition of prostaglandin synthesis. This is crucial as prostaglandins are mediators of pain and inflammation. Now, let's explore the key figures and tables presented in the research, breaking down complex terms and concepts to make them easy to understand. So, let's get started. Figure 1. Antinociceptive effects on latency response. In Figure 1, we see the antinociceptive effects of 2 extracts ACA and CHAH, along with morphine, evaluated through 2 tests, the hot plate test and the tail immersion test. What does this mean? The hot plate test measures how long it takes for an animal to react to a painful heat stimulus. The tail immersion test does something similar but involves immersing the tail in hot water. The results show that both extracts significantly increase the latency response, indicating their potential pain-relieving properties. The control group, which received a saline solution, showed no significant difference, highlighting the effectiveness of the extracts. Figure 2. Effects on acetic acid-induced abdominal constrictions. Next up is Figure 2, which illustrates the effects of AQAH, CHAH, morphine, and indomethacin on abdominal constrictions induced by acetic acid. Key takeaway. The percentage of inhibition of writhing is shown here. Higher percentages indicate a stronger antinociceptive effect. The extracts were compared to morphine, a well-known pain reliever, and indomethacin, an anti-inflammatory drug. The results suggest that AQAH and CHAH effectively reduce the number of writhes, which is a common indicator of pain in animal models. Figure 3. Antinociceptive effects in the formalin test. Moving on to Figure 3, we focus on the antinociceptive effects during the early and late phases of the formalin test. What's the formalin test? It's a method used to evaluate pain response by injecting formalin into the paw of the animal, which causes a biphasic pain response. Here, we see that both extracts significantly inhibited licking behavior in both phases, indicating their potential to alleviate pain caused by formalin injection. Table 1, Effects of naloxone on antinociceptive activity. Now, let's take a look at Table 1, which summarizes the effects of naloxone on the antinociceptive activities of AQAH and CHAH. What is naloxone? Naloxone is an opioid antagonist that reverses the effects of opioids. This table shows how pre-treatment with naloxone affects the pain-relieving properties of the extracts. The data indicates that naloxone significantly reverses the antinociceptive effects of both extracts, suggesting that their pain-relieving action may involve opioid receptors. Table 2 and 3, Effects on carrageenan-induced PA edema. Finally, we have Tables 2 and 3, which detail the effects of AQAH and CHAH on carrageenan-induced PA edema. What is PA edema? This refers to swelling caused by inflammation, often used to test anti-inflammatory properties. The tables present data over a period of 5 hours, showing the percentage of inhibition of inflammation at various doses. Both extracts demonstrate significant anti-inflammatory effects, especially at higher doses. What are the primary mechanisms through which Anastatica hierochuntica exhibits its antinociceptive effects? The study suggests that the antinociceptive effects of Anastatica hierochuntica may involve both central and peripheral mechanisms. The involvement of the opioid system is highlighted, as pre-treatment with naloxone, an opioid antagonist, significantly reversed the antinociceptive effects observed in both the hot plate and formalin tests. This indicates that the extracts may act on opioid receptors, similar to morphine, to mediate pain relief. How do the effective doses, ED50, of the aqueous extract, AQAH, and chloroform fraction, CHAH, compare in terms of their antinociceptive activities? The study reports that the ED50 values for the aqueous extract, AQAH, are 31.0 mg per kilogram for the hot plate test and 26.3 mg per kilogram for the tail immersion test. In contrast, the chloroform fraction, CHAH, shows lower ED50 values of 15.0 mg per kilogram and 10.1 mg per kilogram, respectively. This suggests that CHAH is more potent than AQAH in producing antinociceptive effects. What role does the acetic acid-induced writhing test play in evaluating the antinociceptive properties of the extracts? The acetic acid-induced writhing test serves as a classic model for assessing peripheral antinociceptive properties. In this study, both AQAH and CHAH significantly reduced the number of writhings, indicating their effectiveness in alleviating pain induced by acetic acid. This test helps to elucidate the extract's potential mechanisms, such as inhibition of prostaglandin synthesis, which is crucial in the pain response. What implications do the findings have for the potential use of Anastatica hierochuntica in pain management? The findings suggest that Anastatica hierochuntica could be a promising natural alternative for pain management, particularly due to its significant antinociceptive and anti-inflammatory properties. The study highlights the need for further research to isolate active compounds and understand their mechanisms, which could lead to the development of new analgesic therapies that are safer and potentially less addictive than conventional opioids. How does the study address the safety of Anastatica hierochuntica based on the LD50 values? The study indicates that the LD50 values for both AQAH and CHAH are greater than 3,000 mg per kilogram, suggesting a high safety margin and low toxicity. This is important for the potential therapeutic use of these extracts, as substances with LD50 values higher than 50 mg per kilogram are generally considered non-toxic. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights into fascinating research. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Pharmapal.